Lynette, a grand jury subpoena can be frightening, but it can also be an opportunity. What is your experience and what is your approach when it comes to federal grand jury subpoenas?
So I think you're exactly right. If a person or a business receives a grand jury subpoena, that means that there is definitely a criminal investigation going on. But the potential client could be a witness who has relevant information to the criminal investigation, or they could be the subject or target of that investigation, and that can be very scary.
I know your approach with grand jury subpoenas is to be very proactive. What does that mean?
Well, it's important to establish a dialogue with the government right away. So upon receiving a grand jury subpoena, some people might think the right thing to do is just to hand over the documents, but you have the opportunity to do more than that. And that is to engage in a conversation with the prosecutor and the agents and to present information in a proactive way so that they're not just trying to dig through the information that you have to make sense of it.
More than occasionally, building this dialogue is the first step of resolving the matter. What is your experience and what are the topics you discuss with a federal prosecutor, being one yourself in the past, to get a client to a safe spot?
Well, I can think of many recent examples where a client was the recipient of a grand jury subpoena and we engaged in a productive dialogue with the government. We're able to proactively demonstrate that the client had not engaged in the illegal conduct that was being alleged. And fortunately, we were able to resolve those cases favorably with no charges and no further investigation.
Sometimes in this context of grand jury subpoenas, you and I also recommend either an internal investigation at our client's business or take other steps to essentially prove that our client didn't do anything wrong or that the allegations are untrue. How do you use the firm's resources in this process?
Well, we're very fortunate to have on staff former special agents of various agencies, former investigators, who can help put the case together the way that they would have when they were on the government side. And as you said, sometimes that helps us to reveal that no criminal conduct has occurred, and other times it at least illuminates what is it that the government thinks is happening so that we can prepare to defend against those allegations.
Grand jury subpoenas, I said earlier, are very frightening. If somebody received a grand jury subpoena, would you make yourself available to discuss and share your experience and discuss strategies moving forward?
Absolutely. I would encourage anyone to call our firm directly. They can ask to speak with me. I would be more than happy to provide them with the time to talk through their situation and to see if we're the right fit for their defense moving forward.